This is the Intelligent Human Voice Podcast Network. This is your host, the PatMan from the Bay to LA and beyond. It is Thursday morning. I said that for my boy Jen. Thursday. I don't know. That's the Bay Area in me that comes out. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Whatever. The sirens in the background is the sirens I always hear every morning, every night, every afternoon. Here in downtown LA, where, the planning, let me look out the window here. Yeah, they're planning the public works. I mean, I tell you. They do what they want to do. They just set out cones and make the lanes into one lane. That's not what I'm here to talk about tonight, but let me share with you. The more you call LA Public Works, call LA Public Works. I'm going to find the number later and I'm going to make it accessible for you. If you run into traffic and these situations where these guys are probably not operating on permits, and if they are, there's certain times that they're supposed to not impede traffic, and I think 8:00 in the morning is just a bad decision on whoever's planning to do whatever on the road with these construction sites, with everything. It's like you can't do it like 10:00 at night. Come on, the pay is the same. Whatever, the pay is the same. So I'm gonna provide you some numbers for LA Public Works, or look it up yourself for any of the cities, surrounding cities, Culver City, LA County. You have conditions on the road and you see all these guys in these orange vests, impeding traffic, got cones out, reducing the lanes during a time where they know they shouldn't be doing this. By you saying something, calling, you're not going to march about it. You're going to write a letter, or you're going to call. If you don't call, who knows? People don't have, they're sitting behind cushy desks and interacting. But if you're not calling, and their phones don't ring, how do they know that there's an issue? Oh, damn, man. Somebody always got a call when I'm in the middle. Okay, that's the downside. That's one of the downsides about mobile podcasting, is because you have no control over when someone is calling. And I'm gonna have to look into the app more and see if I could prevent that, because if I'm trying to do mobile podcasting and I got constant phones ringing, it's an interruption to the flow. And I don't know if you can hear it on your end, but I hear it, and it's disruptive. It's disruptive. Anyway, today we're going to talk about from the gut, and how, the gut instincts has saved my life. Like literally saved my life. And the gut instincts, just to give you an example, that gut instinct you have where, maybe you should turn left or you should turn right, but your gut is saying turn right, but you end up making the left anyway, because you were going the wrong way. That's your gut, that first mind, that first thought, that gut, that feeling that you're going, yep, that's the way I'm supposed to go. And then you're like, oh, it's all good. Later on, you find out there was a traffic accident on the route that you should have taken. So that's just one example of using a gut instinct. What's another good example? Oh, here's a good one. Someone that you are attracted to. I've followed my gut on a few ladies who, I'm like, you know what? Me and her, done. And it totally worked out. It always worked out. It always worked out. You can't strike out when you follow your gut instincts. Business decisions. Oh, goodness gracious. Now, here's something I'll mention, that following your gut, it takes practice. It takes some practice, and you become good at it. So, it may not always offer the best solution for a problem or issue that you have, but, practice makes perfect, just like anything else. Some tips I'm going to point out to you from someone who I'll reveal much later in the podcast series, of where I got some of these tips from. It's going to blow your mind when I tell you, the source. But this person had this to say in a quote, and I'll offer this. Basically what I've been saying about, the gut instinct is practice. So this person says, it takes practice. Sometimes the answers are very clear and you'll just know. And I totally agree with that. You'll have this sense of being and knowing that the decision that you're making is on point. It says other times you'll feel indecisive, for good reason. And often it means the timing is not right. Now that's absolute. Your gut instincts may be saying do this or do that, but the timing just might be off. So, you might want to give a little pondering to a decision that you need to make following your gut, such as writing it down in bullet points. If your gut is saying one thing and your indecisive, egoic mind is saying another, then write it down. The pros and cons, bullet points. Do I go to Vegas this weekend? Why am I going to Vegas this weekend? Do I have enough money to go to Vegas this weekend? How much money am I going to spend in Vegas weekend? What if I stay home instead and watch Netflix and save some money? Stuff like that. Just stuff like that. The person also goes on to say, I've been very glad that I waited on certain matters because the extra time helped me get ready and make the opportunity right. We all get indication in different ways, so learn and read your clues. You get the clues all the time. The clues will come to you. I call those clues spirit guides. I call them my spirit guides because they're always there. They're always there for you. If you're in tune, they're around you, and you ask them a question, they give you an answer. That's just how it works. When you start awakening, that's what the awakening process is. It's not like you just wake up and go, "Oh my God, I'm enlightened." No, it's a process, and timing is everything. Learn to read your clues, arrange to take some quiet time to yourself every day because it's hard to think clearly when you're always surrounded by commotion. Sometimes we have to tune out to tune in. Absolutely. Tune out to tune in. Commotion. What's an example of commotion? Traffic. Other people talking. Neanderthals. Just running off at the mouth about nothingness. It's not intelligence. Some people just really like to hear themselves talk. Or maybe they don't have enough people around, when they get home to talk to or to hear their nonsense. So you're the first person they see, or the person that they feel would listen to their nonsense. And, next thing you know, you become a part of that nonsense. So to find some quiet time and some downtime every day, To find that downtime to come to decisions that you need to make in your life is very necessary. It's very necessary. I love my alone time. I love it. I probably love it too much. But when it's time for me to, spread my wings and get out and, enjoy myself amongst other human beings, I do just that. And, my guides will go, hey, why don't you get out tonight? You've been reading and studying and researching and doing all this. I think it's time to get out and meet some people, some humans alike. And when I go out, it's like the best time ever. It's the best time ever because I'm not inundated by nonsense. I'm actually attracting like minds, Maybe those people who were getting out was on the same wavelength and thinking the same thing. Like, something told me to get out tonight. I've come across, folks like that. Like, I don't get out too much. They're like, no, me either. And something told me to get out and come to this event. So now I'm here. And that's how we work. That's how it works. That's how it works. So, follow your gut. If it feels good, rock and roll with it, If it doesn't feel good, well, don't do it. You shouldn't be doing anything that you don't love or like, If something you don't like to do, you should start thinking about, why you don't like it. And come to the decision of doing something that you like. And in reference to working for other people, you definitely should not be doing something that you do not like. It's not okay. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time, waste of energy. You're going to be angry and pissed off at yourself. And you have to be pissed off at yourself. You can't be pissed off at someone else. You have to be pissed off at yourself. Like, why am I doing this? My gosh. Why am I doing this? Yeah, why are you doing it, bucko? I could use this time right now to endorse a few businesses, but, the reason why I'm going to charge these folks, because you never know, folks will get business and they'll never call you up and be like, hey, man, here's a check. Thank you. So-and-so called me and told me they heard your podcast show. So I want to give you a little something because I made a deal. They're not going to do that. They might, but I figure if I charge them, whatever funds they make from, getting new business, hey, man, I'm happy for you. But I do want to recognize a few people I met last week. I got on the road and I was just driving about and just sensing where I needed to be and turned down this street and that street, and I ran across a couple of open houses that was going on in the downtown LA area. A couple of people I want to interact with soon is Roberto Jose Saborio. He is a realtor, and hope to get him on the show to talk more about real estate education and all the things you need to do and need to know before you even think about buying a house. I'm sure he seems like a real knowledgeable dude. I think he's been in the business for quite a while, so I'm going to reach out to him soon, but I want to give a shout out to him. He had a home for sale running about $700,000 near Jefferson Park. So the house was amazing, so big, so huge. So Roberto will be in touch soon. I want to reach out, give a shout out to Hannah Kim and Julia. I believe it's Julia. Yeah. Hannah Kim and Julia Borges. Sorry if I'm mispronounced. It's like George, but Borge. Also some realtors. I actually had gone too far on exposition and made a left here, right there, whatever. And I see these two ladies sitting out in front of the house. I'm like, whoa, hey, what's up with this house? And they were selling a nice piece of property. I need to see if that house is still in the market because I want that house. I want it. I really want it. So give a shout out to Hannah and Julia as they are doing the Berkshire Hathaway home services. And they seem like really super nice, genuine ladies. So I want to give a shout out to them. And that's going to be it. My 15 minutes of fame is up. I hope I made your day or your night or whatever it is. This is the Intelligent Human Voice Podcast Network from the Bay to LA. I'm your host, the PatMan. I hope you have a great morning, a great afternoon, and a great night. And remember, follow your gut. Follow your gut. Your gut will not lie to you. It won't lie. It won't lie. All right. Peace and love.